Jeeves, do you want to do the intro?
We're going to go through this every single time, aren't we?
Well, I mean, we've done it for like the last 25 episodes, so why wouldn't we?
No, I'm all right, thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll do it then. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's been a lovely little break. Obviously, you've got myself, Mushu, Jeeves, and I think joining us in a little while is Sophie. Jesus, why isn't Sophie here?
I was wondering if we were going to go into this.
Do you really want me to say?
I don't know. You know, I don't.
You know exactly what I know.
It's not about what we want, Jeeves. It's about what the people want. We've got to think about what the public want. Will they be content with just knowing?
Well, from my understanding, she's not here from explosive diarrhea.
Well, if that's true or not, it's still a brilliant answer.
Yeah, and now everyone understands.
Yeah, totally. I don't know if our listeners or viewers will notice, but we're trying different microphones to see if it sounds better. So please comment below if it sounds better or worse than it did previously. Because if it sounds the same, I could take these fucking things off my head, which would be nice.
It's very true. Very true.
Although I won't have cold ears. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on, we are talking about desert island stuff today, aren't we?
Yeah, we figured we figured like we've started the year off in lockdown. It's a bit shit for everyone, so we thought, what about the ultimate lockdown of being stuck on a desert island for well, we haven't discussed timeframes, but just being stuck on a desert island is shit enough.
Amazing.
Or amazing, yeah, depending, I suppose.
How long should it be? Should we set a timeline?
I think it would be safe to consider it like Castaway sort of time scale. We're not talking like a couple of days. We're talking a considerable amount of time, like survival sort of amount of time.
Should we say 2 years? How long lockdown's going to last?
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like it's going to last that long anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or we could go for like 17, 18 years of how long Donald Trump's going to cling on to the presidency.
Oh, God.
Apparently he has conceded.
Fucking...
How do you know he's been kicked off of everything? He's not on any social media anymore.
He's not allowed to communicate anymore.
News.
Oh, yeah, but sorry, talking about him being kicked off of stuff, do you know how much of a fucking mong you've got to be kicked off of everything? There's been so few, apart from like real far right, like Nazis. The only other person I can really think of, although actually to not describe him as a far right Nazi might be a bit out there, is Alex Jones, who, like all the social media company, he's the guy, he talks like this.
Yeah,
I do this impression.
Okay.
He's like, and they eat the babies, and everyone's a lizard, and like they go around and they burn people, and yeah, that's my impression of him.
Remarkable,
fucking crazy. Yeah, I know, spot on.
Absolutely remarkable. Yeah, you've got to be a fucking. I like to think though that you had all these people from all the social media outlets just waiting for the moment that he wasn't president, and it was like they're all hovering over the ban button. And they're counting down like New Year's Eve. They've got party poppers and someone's baked a little cake and all that, like fuck off Trump written on it. It's like 10, 9. And then it gets down to 1. They whack the button, the poppers go off. Hey, he's banned from everything. Fuck off, Donald.
Yeah, you're out of here.
That's how I like to imagine.
Would it have been? Could you imagine, though, if they banned him while he was president? That is a ballsy move. I mean, he tried to ban TikTok from America. Could you imagine if Twitter had been like, nah, do you know what? Off you pop, you orange arsehole. Go on, you're out of here.
He did try to get a change in legislation to do with the major multimedia platforms, where he refused to sign the bill that would pay the armed forces their money. He refused to sign it unless they removed this article, which protects like Facebook, Twitter, and all that lot from what people post. So they take no responsibility for what the people post. So
well, who takes no responsibility? Sorry, I'm still hung up on Lezzaslation. I assume that's the lesbian bill.
So like, if you was to go on Twitter and like pro-Nazi everything and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Twitter are protected from being associated with that. He wanted to get rid of the bill that protects them, so that if you went on there, they could get done for it being posted on their website.
Yeah, basically, he wants to be able to hold these companies accountable for what's posted on their website, which is blatantly just trying to control the flow of information, isn't it? Because he would just be like, "Oh, that guy said I'm an orange twat. I don't like him. I'm holding you responsible for that. Blah blah blah."
So he could sue Twitter for like defamation. Oh, that's not right. Of character. That word.
Effectively, yeah, defamation. I think we're going for
defamation. Thank you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think that I kind of like where Facebook are going at the moment. I think that freedom of speech is very important. I think everyone needs to be able to talk about what they want to talk. Everyone needs to be able to voice their own opinions. Jesus will know I love a Facebook argument. I weigh in on it all the time. But I do believe that everyone, even the fucking morons out there, deserve a platform to be heard. However,
I agree.
It needs to be fact checked, because too many morons believe everything they read or speak or hear.
Yeah.
And I think I like these posts that I'm seeing more and more on Facebook, which are coming through saying that the information in this article has been questioned or is subject to fact checking, whatever. I like that, because it sort of encourages you to be like, listen, read the article, but do your own research as well. Yeah.
I think I saw this on a couple of Donald Trump's posts about the
towards the
election and everything like that, and it's like underneath his post, it's like Twitter's little comment on it. He's like, "This is non-factual."
Yeah, towards the end of his reign of power, almost every one of his social media tweets or social media posts were being labelled as potentially containing fake news.
Right, I've just got a breaking news update. She has finished wiping for round 3.
Breaking news. God.
I mean,
sounds like
round 3. It's not going well already, is it? I mean, it's not like a boxing thing. You want to get that over and done with as soon as possible.
You want a knockout, don't you? Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If it gets to round 5, we'll start doing some donations. We'll start doing a whip round, get some money together. We'll
set up a
go wipe me for a new bathroom.
Go wipe me.
Oh dear. Well, look, I think with regards to that, I don't think that social media platforms can be held accountable for all of the people on there at all. There's too many people,
no,
and it's
absolutely not.
It's too much of a
minefield.
What would be the right word? No, not so much a minefield. I feel like social media is integral to the way society works now. It's everybody's hooked on it. You know, it's ridiculous. I used TikTok the other day. That is the biggest load of waste of fucking time I've ever used in my life. 45 minutes. I didn't watch nothing. I watched everything, but I watched nothing of any values. There was cute kids, and there's like these mums, and are like, "Oh, I know everyone thinks their babies are really cute, but mine is." And motherfucker, they are. It was ridiculous. I was just there. It was just like a 30-second clip of just a baby blowing a bubble. And then,
I like how he complains and bitches about it, but fucking sits there for 45 minutes watching.
No, this is my point, Jeeps. I was just like, I'm just going to load it up. Basically, I wanted to see if our page had had any more hits or anything else put on. It hasn't. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll have a little look. And it was just on the main news feed. I don't even know what it's fucking called. The front page. Videos just happen to you.
Yeah.
And 45 minutes later, I was like, should have gone to bed 20 minutes ago. Fuck. It was ridiculous. I've never lost time like it. And, you know, I love Facebook and Insta and all of that shit. I'm always scrolling. But yeah, that is deadly. Even I can see after 2 times I've used it, and I've ranted about it both times. Do you remember when I first used it, when Rambo set up the TikTok account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, what was it I watched? It was like people drinking milk or something.
I don't know.
Do you remember? I was just screaming down the phone into the chat about it's like 15 minutes. I've just watched people spill milk down themselves or something. It was something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, that does ring a bell.
It was fucking deadly. I can't play with that stupid thing.
I'm in two minds whether to say this or not. But I've got to really.
What?
Well, this is going to just make me sound like a fucking freak, but my TikTok experience. I haven't been on TikTok particularly. I don't understand it. It frightens me. It's like Snapchat. I just don't understand it. I won't install it or anything. So
it's nothing like Snapchat.
No, but in my as far as I'm concerned. I know. So my experience is pretty much limited to these random videos that pop up on Facebook of like the best of TikTok and all this sort of stuff. But all I ever get, right, and I thought this was all anyone ever got, and I thought all this was the entirety of TikTok, but I've since spoken to my partner and she's told me differently, and that I am in fact a freak because it's all based on search things. But I can only promise you guys, I've never searched for this sort of shit.
Is it Wet Boys?
I don't think. No, it's just manga-based cartoon, but cosplay, like girls just doing little stupid dances, giving it all that and all that, and like jogging on the spot and doing that weird dancing thing. And that's all I ever get is compilations of girls doing that weird, tiny little short skirts.
Exactly what you're on about.
Thank you, James.
I haven't seen any of that.
I was looking at Sam and I'm like, oh
searching.
My God, he doesn't even know what I'm talking about. He's fucking hell. Yeah.
No, I think over the years I've abused too many people for doing cosplay. You're a fucking great, and not even because it's not cool. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen people are doing are great, but when everybody's licking somebody's ass, I feel inclined to just be that dickhead. He's like, "Aren't you a bit old to do fancy dress?" I mean, that never goes down well. That one.
You can't call it fancy dress.
There's one of the guys there called Tom. He does cosplay, but he does the
dress up.
He does Nemesis from Resident Evil.
Impressive.
His costume, he's spot on.
Is that because he's 9 foot tall and he's got no other costume outfit?
He is
options.
He's just got real fat legs.
As far as I'm aware, he is about 7 foot tall.
He's got a rotting head, so he's just making the most of it. So I might as well go as a zombie then.
I think with the costume he's like 8'2".
That's too big. That's just too big.
But Nemesis has always been a gigantic man, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've never really understood why he's a gigantic man, though, because it's just not, although saying that, thinking about it, lickers, they're not really anything, are they? They're not a person or a dog or a frog.
Well, they're mutations of the T virus, aren't they?
Yeah, but why so big?
Why not? You've seen what happens to people like Dr. Edward Burke, who injects it. He gets that fucking great big eyeball come out of his neck. Why does that happen? You know, I think with certain things, especially with Japanese culture, you just have to not ask questions. You just have to accept that, fair enough, that's happened.
Oh.
Just do what the penguins do from Madagascar. Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
That's it. That's definitely it.
That's a nice reference, Jeeves. I like that.
So, for example, I've just recently finished. I recommended it to you, I think, recently, Sam. That into Alice in Borderlands.
Oh yes, I still haven't caught up with that. Oh my God, I've watched some TV though.
That's a series that I think it's Korean or Japanese. I don't know. I think it's Korean, but if you ask too many questions, you'll completely ruin it for yourself. You've just got to sort of go with it, you know, and accept, you know, because otherwise you're just going to unravel everything. But if you go with it, it's really, really good. Just don't.
Fair enough.
Don't focus on the little plot holes here and there.
I do have a habit of picking plot holes and stuff, but I don't. It's not so much that I do it to ruin it, unless it's shit. If it's really shit, then I'm just like, what are you doing? Like the never-ending shotgun from series 2 of The Walking Dead, when Herschel stood there on his farm, just pump after pump after pump. I'm like, I sat there counting. I think it was something like 30 shots. So it's like the motherfucker didn't reload once. So imagine that. Yeah, but you know, I try. I do try to not ruin things that I like, but I know what you mean. If you ask too many questions, it can fuck up shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the thing that annoys me is when you're watching a film and it keeps cutting away from a character, and every time it cuts back, they're like the hat's slightly different.
yeah.
That really irritates me.
Inconsistencies. That is my forte. Those I like. It might really annoy you, but for me, I find that really good. Glasses is the best. Levels in drinks. When you're there, and like all of a sudden it's full, and then it's at quarter, and then it's full, and then it's. I really like that. But yeah, I'm a nightmare for pausing and rewinding just to double check.
I quite like the Game of Thrones mishap.
Yeah, we talked about that before. I seem to remember finding that picture and putting it in one of the episodes. Oh, fuck knows which one though. It would have been back when it was hot.
Yeah, that was a while ago. That was a while.
Yeah, right back at the start. Anyway, should we ask the question then? The most important one. You're getting stuck on a desert island for between 2 and 10 years. You can take 3 things with you. Now, I say take 3 things with you. I'm going to be a bit more specific than what I put on Facebook because of some of the comments on here. Ideally, in a bag or on your person.
I'm going to go with someone's like, I'll take a boat.
Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, but let's just say Felix answered the question.
Yeah, and then just dismiss it straight after that.
Yeah.
But because I can't even say some of the words he said on there. I don't know.
I'll read that one out for you, mate.
Yeah, okay. Good-o.
Yeah, so something that you can actually realistically take with you to an island.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
God, then. We'll ask Jeeves first because we know how much he loves being put on the spot. You got 3 things.
Right. So I would take the American collapsible shovel that they have in the armed forces.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because that's got blades and stuff like that, so you can dig, cut with it and everything like that.
Yeah. Can I just ask? Have you seen the cold forged steel the cold forged steel shovel? That's a real tongue twister to say. I've never actually said it. I've only typed it. It's the one that the guy who won Alone Series 3 took with him. It's not a collapsible one, but it's incredible. He took it and he had one edge that was fully sharpened. You can use it as like an axe or a saw. Yeah. It's got a saw blade on it and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's only got a short handle, but obviously it's a wooden handle, so you can replace it with. And I think a particular armed force does use that model. Yeah, but it isn't a collapsible one. But because it's not a collapsible one, it's a lot more comfortable to use. I'll find pictures of it and stick pictures of both of them up because it's a great choice.
On Wish, you can buy one which has almost like a full-length handle. Unscrews and like blades come out from that, and then you can have like a spear and stuff like that.
I've seen those. They're a bit gimmicky though.
Then I'll probably consider that instead because the spear and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
But I'd have tarpaulin.
Fair. And a what?
Bucket.
What kind of bucket?
Just a normal bucket. Like a plastic bucket.
A plastic bucket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a metal one, rust. So it will rust over time.
Well, that's true. Why a bucket?
Because
I understand the shovel.
If it's a desert, and it's hot temperatures and stuff like that, if you dig a hole, put the tarpaulin over the top, and put the bucket and a weight in the middle, and a bucket next water.
Okay, I was going to assume that on this deserted island that there's a lovely, beautiful mountain stream waterfall type situation, so water isn't an issue. But that I was always assuming that there'd be water there. Like Tom Hanks found a cave with a drip, didn't he?
Yeah, I think we should say that the island does have a source of fresh water.
Yes. So, are you sure you want to take a plastic bucket?
I thought you might be taking it as a toilet.
I didn't know why he was taking it, if I'm honest.
The bucket was there to collect the water.
Oh.
I mean, it still would be handy because, like, even if you've got a source of fresh water, you've got to get it to
your mouth.
Oh You just put your head in it, can't you?
Yeah, or you use a whittle something. Well, bear in mind, islands are covered in trash, aren't they? It doesn't matter where you go in the world, garbage washes up on shore non-stop. I've seen so many like survivally type programs, Ed Stafford shows, and Bear Grylls and Alone, and God knows what, hundreds and hundreds of shows over the years, and every beautiful place they go to, it's just covered in trash. It's just Coke bottles and toothbrushes and flip-flops.
You remember that there was a series of that The Island with Bear Grylls where some mate, he was on it and he found a bottle with probably just like one of those little small bottles of lilt, and it had a tiny bit in the bottom of it, and he's like, oh, look at that. And he's like, oh, I'm going to savor this so much. And his mate's like, what, you're going to drink it? He's like, oh my God, yeah, this is the first like man-made product I've had in like weeks and all that. And he fucking chugged it back, and he's like, oh, it's so good. The sugar, oh, I can feel it energizing me and all this. And I was just thinking that could literally be anything. And it's been floating in the sea for fuck knows how long. The label on the lilt had gone. That had been bleached off by the sun. The guy still drunk the fucking contents.
I mean, I can't lie. I would probably have drunk it as well. I'm an opportunist at best. I am. I remember one of those. They found olive oil. They found I don't know how. They found just a load of olive oil. They were meant to be having like a shot of olive oil every single day because it would keep the calorie up and it would keep them with like fats and all of that. And this camera guy was tending to the fire overnight when it was raining, and he basically poured all of the olive oil on there to keep the fire going. And they all woke up in the morning and they're like, where's the fucking olive oil gone? He's like, oh, I used it to keep the fire going last night. And they're like, couldn't you have used fucking wood? You sat by it, you bastard. It's just like, well, it's an accelerant.
I love them. I love those sort of programs. I'd have just poured it all over me. I'd just stripped off naked.
Just rubbed it in.
Poured it all over me. And they'd be like moaning at me. I'd be like, what are you going to do? Wrestle you for it? Yeah? No, you don't want to wrestle, do you? Yeah, I'd just be slippery as fuck.
He'd have an amazing tan and really soft skin.
It'd probably smell delicious.
So are you sticking, Jeebs, with a plastic bucket, a tarp, and a shovel?
Yeah.
Are you going to go for the survival shovel that's got fire starters and saw blades and knives and fishing kits and all that sort of shit in there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a good choice just because
it's one item, so...
Hang on. I was going separate items with all of that sort of stuff. I've just been like sitting here trying to weigh up which ones I'd rather take over which others. I didn't realise you could take them all in a fucking shovel. Oh, in that case, I'll take a hardware store.
No, you've got to be able to carry it. Gee, I've seen the thing Jesus is talking about. I've also seen reviews of it, and it's a pile of dog shit. But all the other extra little bits and bobs that it comes with would probably make it worthwhile, because it does come with a knife and a fire still, and I think some of them even have a fucking torch built into it. It's mildly cheating, but I mean, it's also thinking outside of the box.
Horrifically cheating. I'm going to stick with my 3 anyway. That way, when I survive my 2 years, it's more of an achievement, Jeeves, because I didn't cheat.
Come on then, Boucher. Let's hear yours.
Right. Well, first off, a fishing net or a net of some kind. I could use it to sleep on at night if I needed to, for the first couple of nights until I get shelter, and then I can use it for fishing. Then a ferro rod, I think.
Nice.
Just because I'm lazy and I can't be asked to sort of go about like making fire the traditional way. It's just a lot
friction
easier.
Fires.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier with a ferro rod. So I'll take one of them.
Oh man, I light fires with a ferro rod now. I mean, I've got dozens of them. They're just everywhere. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I've seen you light fires with ferro rods. Actually, I've
got a ferro rod necklace. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, to be fair, I've got one on my keychain now on my car keys, because you never know when you're going to need man's red fire, are you? Yeah, and the last one, I'm kind of torn between a knife or some sort of blade, like a machete, something like that. No, I'm going to go with a good hard-wearing machete, I think.
Not a kukri, halfway between the two?
No, I want something solid that's going to be able to take some trees down, because I was thinking between a knife and one of those saw cords. You know, the ones that...
Oh, they're rubbish.
Can't you get good ones, though? You see them on the Facebook ads, mate. Mate, he takes that tree down in like 2 seconds. Well, good.
They're a gimmick. You're better off having just like an actual saw.
I'll stick to a machete then, mate. If it's like, mate, if the tribes people of Africa still use them and haven't bothered evolving the design of them at all, then yeah, fuck it, it's good enough for me.
The tribes people of Africa.
Yeah, and indigenous people in South Africa and stuff like that.
Don't
South
they
America.
live in deserts? Do they even have trees to cut?
South America probably more. The indigenous peoples of South America. Oh. Let's go there.
Yeah, right. Sorry, I misunderstood you. Oh, fantastic choices. So a ferro rod, a fishing net, and have you got experience with net fishing? Is that what it's called?
No. But
what is it called?
I can just see him getting himself tangled up in the sea.
We'll say
just floating away like, oh no.
Oh fuck! I've turned myself into a fishing float.
Yeah, and then the sharks get it, and then the sharks get him, and they're like, "Look what I caught! I caught a human in a net."
Oi, look at me! I'm a fisherman. Yeah, no, I don't. I have no experience of net fishing, but by my logic, I have no experience of line fishing either. So I think it's probably easier to throw a net and accidentally catch a fish than throw a line and accidentally catch a fish.
See, I wouldn't take a net because I would be hedging my bets that one would just turn up on shore.
Well,
I mean, they break off all the time, don't they?
If you can get a decent net, the thing is, I do know enough about the sea to know that your best bet is to find like a little tidal inlet and set the net up over that at full tide. So when the tide goes out, all the fish trying to escape that inlet get caught in the net, and that'll be the best time to bring it in. So I reckon on that fact alone, I reckon I could survive on fish for a while.
No, fair enough. I'd go, yeah.
Jesus is just like, that sounds like my worst nightmare. Fucking, I wouldn't eat it.
Jeeves would be dead.
Yeah.
It'd be eating coconuts.
If it came down to I had to eat fish, I would eat fish.
Of course you fucking would. I mean, 2 days without food and you'd eat me. Well, what an offer. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't pick you to go to an Isle of Wight. Me, right, I would take my kukri.
Yep.
Because it's halfway between a knife and a machete. Same reason as you, so I can lock down a tree if I need to. I mean, it'd be a bit of fucking work, but yeah, I'd take that. I would take a decent pot and pan set. You know, one of the, not like a kitchen one, but you know, the ones that all sort of collapse in on themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, if Jesus can take a fucking shovel that's got a ferro rod, a knife, and telephone in it, I'm having a pot and pan set that all fits into one. It's not a fucking multi-tool. Well, it probably is a multi-tool, but either way, I'm having a pot and pan set so I can boil water and carry water and fill up a little kettle. Plus, it gives me something to eat off of. And then my last item, ferro rod.
Does that pot and pan set come with the kettle then?
Yeah, mine does. But it even comes with an egg poacher, ridiculously. Yeah, it's like a frying pan bottom bit, and then there's just like an egg poacher thing that you can sit at the top of it, which I've never used. Whenever I've been camping, I've been like, oh, do you know what? I really fancy some egg. Well, coddled eggs, not poached eggs, but.
So there's me and you, Jeeves, eating our raw fish that we've been slaving all night to catch, just squatting on rocks like Gollum, and Sam's there eating his poached eggs. Fucking, I've got eggs Benedict. I've managed to make myself a rough hollandaise sauce out of some scallops I found. And I know, before you say it, scallops have no part in a hollandaise sauce.
That's like, I've eaten scallops. I didn't know they were part of hollandaise sauce. I don't really like hollandaise sauce, but I do like scallops.
They're really not. I don't even know if hollandaise sauce has anything to do with eggs Benedict. I don't know. That was just lots of
it is.
I formed into a sentence.
Yeah, hollandaise sauce is weird. I don't think I've ever had a decent one. But yeah, then a fire starter, because like you, Mushu, I'm too lazy to even contemplate friction fire. You get like 10,000 fires from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the 3 things I take. But that's because I mean, the fishing one's great, but I could quite easily make a bottle trap. I've got no qualms about eating snails and seaweed. You know, that shit doesn't bother me.
I was expecting you to be one of your items to be a book.
No, you see, it leads me on to my next question. If you could take 3 books with you, what books would you take? Ooh, that's a long pause. But either way, yeah, like a Kindle fully loaded. Someone wrote that in the comments, and I thought, actually, do you know what? Let's read the comments out that people have written, because that's
3 phone books, so I can use them for fires.
I really like that. Okay, right. Shall I read out the comments from people?
Yeah, go on it.
Oh my God, that's so brilliant. Some of our listeners are fucking classic. Stacey Page. Have you seen these comments? I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, right. No, she gets first read straight off.
Yeah, I did.
Stacey Page. A knife. Brilliant choice. A magnifying glass. Also, not a bad fucking choice, incidentally.
Yeah.
And a dildo. She's got to be the only person. Oh, actually, looking at these, other people have chosen entertainment items, but they didn't know I was going to ask about books, films, and music later on. Yeah, bravo.
Yeah.
Going up to a wild boar. Thunk.
Yeah. Well, what was that game where you used to play as you'd play as a copper, and you could get like a mod, and you could unlock a massive rubber dildo to beat people to death with?
I think that was Gran Turismo, wasn't it?
No, that's a racing game with cars.
Not Grand Theft Auto.
Probably. It sounds like a Grand Theft Auto type of thing, actually. And look who's joined us, the horror toad herself.
Looking rather red in this.
Yeah,
you
do.
Angle. I know. Yeah. What's wrong with me? I don't know if it's me or the light.
That's probably the chronic shits you've been having.
Can you tell what I've been up to?
Yeah, well, we didn't have to because Jeeves told everybody.
Cheers, Jeeves.
Well, we were
going
to go 12 rounds.
You know what? We were like, just be a bit sensitive about it, Jeeves. Yeah, we don't need to mention what's going on, and he just blurts it straight. No, the people need to know the truth. He was harping on about. I don't know.
Well, I just told everyone you had explosive diarrhea.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, it's just
I've had worse.
I've had worse.
Just need a new bathroom now.
Oh, Lord.
Let's just say I'm lucky it's completely tiled.
Oh, that's nasty. Right. Well, look, we asked everybody what their top 3 things that they would take with them to a desert island would be. We're not going to rehash over everybody's. What would you take with you to a desert island, Sophie? And you can't take a fucking USS Nimzit. Whatever the fuck. What is that?
Well, yeah.
Well, do you want to carry on with the comments for a minute? Just let Sophie get her bearings. Because
yeah, all right then.
I kind of want to address this comment from Stacey A. Page here.
Oh, go for it.
Because I read it earlier, like, and I was with you. I was like, knife, yeah. Magnifying glass, dildo. I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
So good.
Don't get me wrong. Hats off, yeah, fair. If that's something that's important to you, I mean, maybe it's got sentimental value or something like that. I don't know. But surely you cocould use anything, couldn't you?
Well, as they say in anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. I think they said that in Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, and they're very right. But
I mean, you've got to have some entertainment. You start a romantic fire with your magnifying glass.
Yeah, you've just knifed yourself a boar to death or something. Yeah, I'm just thinking when it comes
yeah,
like
roasting it up and
something she desperately needs, and then she's just sat there just looking at a dildo, just like fuck. I should have brought a water purifier, something like that. Oh well.
Yeah, no, but it's fine. She's got her own rabbit.
Well, yeah. Okay, so next one.
That's brilliant.
Should we move on?
Yeah, you got Max Sheaf.
Yeah.
My vape, a fully loaded Kindle. I really, really like that, but I knew I was going to ask about books, so I didn't take one. And a stabby knife.
A stabby knife?
A stabby knife.
I mean, what other kind of knives are there?
Well, if I was...
a chopping knife, a paring knife, a bread knife. I mean, I could go on. A carving knife, but
if
no.
I was going to be pedantic, I'd say a stabby knife is probably the worst knife to take, isn't it?
Probably. I mean, unless you need to do some stabbing, in which case, fucking bang on.
There's a lot of knives that you can use for stabbing. Literally all of them.
Jesus, you took a plastic bucket, just to clarify.
Hang on,
you
a bucket is one of Jesus's
items, yes.
Yeah, a plastic bucket.
But it goes with item number 2.
And a spade.
You're taking a kid's beach set with you.
I didn't even think of that.
I mean, I don't want to come in here and start ruffling feathers or anything, but I've come in at a pretty bad time.
Is one of your items a dildo?
No. I was going to say a hammer, a knife, and my duvet.
A hammer?
Yeah.
Well, she can use the handle, I suppose.
Because, you know, it's a tool, a very useful tool, and it's also a weapon.
It's not that useful, though. You haven't got any nails.
No,
yeah, what are you going
to... nails.
No, you do.
I'll just go hammering shit.
What are you going to hammer?
Shit.
No, but it doesn't stick unless you've got nails. Sophie, you like literally build sheds. You're 90% lumberjack. How do you not know this?
Why not take a hatchet? A hatchet has a hammer end. I've got a tomahawk that has a hatchet end.
But I want a hitty stick, so I thought, you know, I'll go with hammer.
We could just find a stick.
With my knife, I can whittle little nails and shit.
Sorry, I want a hitty stick.
I think they're called pegs, but...
Yeah. Pegs, that's it.
Well.
No. Okay. What was the other one? A knife, a hammer, and your duvet. Not even a sleeping bag.
No, my duvet. I can wrap that around me like a sleeping bag.
What about if it rains? It'll get all soggy.
Sorry.
Well, I'd put it under my shelter that I've built using my hammer and knife.
Your hammer and knife. I'm going to make a fucking hammer. I'm going to make one with my... what did I take again? A pot and a pan.
You'd probably be better off taking a box of nails and hammering them in with a stone. That would be more useful than taking the hammer and no nails. Or
take some no nails.
Glue
everything together.
No more nails.
No more nails. That's the stuff. Sorry, a slight side tangent. Did you guys ever watch Mythbusters?
Yes.
Yeah, here and there.
Did you see the Desert Island duct tape challenge?
No.
No? Oh my! They had like a pallet of duct tape, and that was it. And my God, the stuff those two crazy boys got up to was incredible. They just did everything with just duct tape. It was out of this fucking world. It's amazing.
I have seen them where they've made a boat out of duct tape.
Yep. Yeah, it was off the back of that episode. That's why they that's why they did it. They said it's like working with leather and they had really sore fingers at the end of it, but fucking hell, it was incredible. One of them made a trap. You know the cool one who wears the hat and doesn't have the walrus moustache? Yep. I think his name might be Adam something.
Not the cool one as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, go on.
Adam Heineman.
Hyman? It's a bold name, isn't it? Anyway, he made a chicken trap that, like, because he's like a scientist in some way, shape or form. He doesn't think like normal people. And this was like a net that came up out of the floor. And then as he's chasing the chicken towards it, he would then tread on something, which would then raise the net up out of the floor and catch the chicken. Only fucking worked at all. It was very impressive. But yeah, neither here nor there. A hammer, I think, is about as shit of a choice as a plastic bucket.
Hammer, mallet, one or the other. Something that's going to help me hit stuff into the ground.
Not a rock, then.
No, that will hurt my delicate, fragile hands.
They won't be delicate and fragile after using a rock for a day as a hammer. They're all calloused up.
See, that's why I'll take a hammer so I don't have to use a rock.
No. What are you going to do if you get thirsty? You haven't got a good bucket to collect water like Jesus has.
What are you going to hammer?
Well,
we still haven't established what you're going to hammer. I don't understand.
Well, I was thinking. So, like building a shelter, you put your support beams in. You want to hammer them into the ground, don't you?
Yeah, he's always got a hammer.
See?
Pulls out a mallet.
I just feel like a hammer's going to probably be more useful than
You're right there, Andy.
Whatever else I can think up of.
Well, no, you'll be there in your hammer and your duvet.
It's going to be better than a plastic bucket and spade.
No, actually, his spade was one of his really good items. It was one of those survivor ones that's got loads of different sections. It comes with like a ferro rod and a knife. It's cheating. He's got a whistle as well.
It's a cheating spade then.
Yeah, but we let him have it. Yeah, I agree, Jeeves. I'm on your side on this one. I mean,
I think it's cheating.
I don't want it, but I'm still on your side.
That's technically one item, but he's got loads of attachments.
I agree. You could have had a Leatherman, but no, you chose a big, cheap piece of Chinese tat. But it'll get your fire started and it gives you a sharp blade and a spear. And you could dig holes. So you don't have to hit stuff in without a hammer. Yeah. You could just slot them in and just backfill it. Good stuff. Well played, Jeeves. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm surprised you didn't say like a hamster. It's caged in a little water bottle.
I'll be stuck on an island with animals.
That's more Stacey's
that
area.
Can't escape me.
They'd find a way.
Looking to get played. The boat would turn up. She's like, "Nah, fuck off."
Yeah.
In a weird twist of evolution, this species of animal that's been land-based for millions of years has learned to swim over the weekend. It's incredible.
Deers growing wings and just flying off like Pegasus.
Well, deers are actually very good swimmers. Did you know?
I didn't know that, but I did know that dolphins evolved from a deer-type creature.
I thought you were going to say dolphins can swim. I really did.
Well,
no, I know they can swim.
Deer are really good swimmers.
Bullshit on
this.
Are
really good runners.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, not so good at getting shot. But yeah, that's the only thing I know about dolphins.
Oh,
well. Anyway, what are the other comments we've got? Fucking.
Right, shall I do Felix's?
Yeah,
because,
do that.
While we're on the subject of ridiculous subjects, okay, he's got the USS Nimitz and carrier fleet counts as one. The King Lud pub with fully loaded cellar, staff, loved ones, and locals sat about counts as one. And a 1,000 dog sanctuary and unlimited dog food for puppers counts as one. I'm going to say none of that counts as one. So,
he could have a dog.
Yeah, we'll knock it down. You can have a gun, a pint, and a dog. There you go, Felix.
No. Don't be mean. He can have a crate. Or what are they?
Okay,
barrels?
you can have a crate, a pint, and a dog.
Even so, that's.
He's got a dog. Though.
What's the USS Nimitz anyway? Is that like an aircraft carrier or something?
I would assume so. Yeah, if it's got a carrier fleet that goes with it.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, I don't
think he entered into the spirit of the question. Really, I think he's
fucking mental.
He's good.
I think that's what you were looking for.
The USS Nimitz is a super carrier of the United States Navy.
There we go.
How's he going to get down to a desert island? Well, he did. That's exactly what he asked for. He asked for a fleet of boats.
It just happens to weigh 101,000 tons.
That's
wow.
Heavy,
is that how much it weighs?
Its length is 333 meters.
Probably going to be bigger than the island.
Well, yeah.
That feels shorter than I thought it would be for something so heavy.
What, 333 meters?
Yeah.
33 meters.
I would expect something. How many tons was it? You say nearly 1,000 tons?
101,600 tons.
100,000 tons, and it's only 300 meters long.
On Wikipedia.
If it's made,
which is
made of metal, it's going to be quite heavy, isn't it?
Well, true, and it's full of Americans, and they're definitely heavy.
Have on there the munitions for those aircrafts and everything like that.
No, fair. I am not doubting you at all. I just would have if I had to guess how much something that weighs 100,000 tons, how long it would be, I'd be like, I don't know, half a kilometre.
I'm not doubting you at all, Jesus. It just really fucking sounds like I am. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so you can't have any of that, Felix. Sorry, mate.
No. So then, sort of stopping back on the land of sanity, which for Tracy is some comment. Well done, Tracy. She's got a solar-powered laptop and Wi-Fi and her dog, which Sam so adequately pointed out that that's 2 items, and she could take a third one if she wants.
Yeah, she got a bit shitty with me about that.
Yes, so she went for a sniper rifle, as you do,
to shoot me.
Yeah, yeah.
You're going to be everyone's first port of call.
Hang on. I'd like for what she's called him there, the Sammy Smartass.
Yeah, that's her reasoning for wanting a sniper rifle. You know, to make the oh so funny Sammy Smartass on the neighbouring island dance along the beach until sundown.
I mean, she could have just taken a record player, and I probably would have danced until sundown anyway, and then music, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're on a desert island. What else are you going to do?
But I'd like to point out she made a fundamental mistake. She said a sniper rifle. She didn't say anything about the ammunition for it.
Well, how pedantic are we looking to be with this?
Well, we weren't being particularly pedantic until we read Felix's comment out, and now we're being quite pedantic.
See, I've gone the other way. I was quite pedantic until I read Felix's, and then I was just like, what's the fucking point? What is the point? What am I doing with my life? I'll give up. Fuck it, I'm done.
Oh, God. I did like Max's comment about a fully loaded Kindle, though. That's a nice touch. I feel like off the back of that, she should be allowed a solar charger.
I was going to say you'd need a way of charging it.
Mm. They last a surprisingly long time, though. Those new ones, the Paperwhites, they've got like a massive battery life.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
You know, leading on to like some of the future questions, I've got a sneaking suspicion that there's a power outlet somewhere in the forest ready to be found. Because how else are you going to play your free albums that you're going to take with you?
I'd fashion a record player.
Nice.
Because, you know, you can actually make them because it's
like a wind-up gramophone.
Yeah, well, all it is just a diamond, isn't it, that runs along the groove. So all you need to do is find a diamond. I'd just borrow Sophie's hammer, and then I'd just make it entirely out of just hammering random things.
This is why I'm bringing it, just so Andy can use it.
To build my record.
He needed a fourth.
I've actually seen, I remember this back in school, if you get, you know, the old plastic cups, if you get a needle and put it through the back end of one of those on the bottom, so it comes out the bottom, and then hold the cup on the groove of a record, it will play it. It will vibrate it enough to actually make the sound. I mean, it sounds dreadful. It sounds like what I presume the old podcast sounded like before we all started using proper microphones. But yeah, it's all tinny and shit, but you can make it work from just putting a long needle through the back end of a cup.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Top tip there. You don't need a diamond, just something thin and vibraty. Oh, I don't know what the word is. I ain't no scientist.
Thin and vibraty. Yeah, no, I mean, it
back to Stacey's comment. That really tickled me. That did. It's made my night. That one.
Yeah. I mean,
very good.
Yeah. Well, no, I've thought about that enough. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, why not go out with a smile on your face?
Okay. There we go. So that's our little break done. While we were having our break, we've decided that our previous conversation was the perfect fuel we needed for one of our features that we're bringing in on Series 2, which is going to be this versus this. Very simple concept. It's literally something versus something else. It doesn't really need that much explaining. And we thought the perfect options for the first this versus this would be Jesus's bucket versus Sophie's hammer. Thank God that's not the other way around.
This is the wrong way round, isn't it?
I was going to say that.
We didn't think that bit through, did we?
So, yeah, obviously. And what are we going for here? The champion is in terms of the most ridiculous or the most useful?
I say the champion is the most voted for. How about this, Mushu?
Yes.
What do you pick? Would you pick a plastic bucket, oh, fuck's sake, or a lump hammer? Or just a normal hammer?
I was going to say, I never specified a lump hammer. I just said a hammer. It could be Thor's hammer.
Right. I'd probably...
That means it's magic.
Yeah.
I'd probably go for a bucket, I reckon. I'd have to say, because at least the bucket you can fill with like water and bring it back to your camp. You can keep fish in it. You can use it to collect fruit and whatever, stuff like that. It's kind of useful. The hammer, I'm pretty sure, is just a stone with a handle. So I could just literally use a stone instead. That's my thinking.
I really like your thinking there. It's multi-uses, isn't it? I'm thinking about a hammer and what can I actually do with it other than hit shit. That is it. I'm not planning on doing any mining.
That's what I like to do.
Just hit shit.
Wait till you see me on Whack-A-Mole.
Yeah, after 12 years stuck on a desert island, you come out Whack-A-Mole champion of the world.
Yes.
Well, what did you do with yourself? Oh, it's fucking hit shit. It's really flat. Yeah, well, there was a mountain, but I went up top, got my hammer out, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So come on, justify your choices. Justify these. Sell us. That's where we are at the moment. Change my mind. Sophie, change my mind. Why do I need a hammer?
I don't know. I just
that's me sold. Fuck it. Fuck the bucket. I'll go for a hammer. No.
Well, hang on. What are your other options?
No, it's a bucket or a hammer. It's this versus this.
Oh, no, I mean your three things. If I'm selling it, I've got to appeal to you.
Well,
so
no.
What are your three other items?
No, you're not getting any of my business. That's not how sales works. Sell me your hammer. Why should I take a hammer? I'm already fucking pissed off with the hammer. In fact, fuck your hammer. I'm not. Why should I convince you to sell me your hammer? Fuck your hammer. I'm going to stick with Jesus' bucket. I'm all over that.
I think we somehow managed to go into another feature here.
Hang on, is this the moaning bit?
Oh.
Have we done that already?
No. Right, Sam, I'll give up.
I'm going for a bucket just because it's got more than one purpose.
Right.
I mean, like you said, you can carry shit in it, you can store water in it, you can shit in it if you needed to. Sophie, I'm looking directly at you when I say that.
Thanks.
Because we know what's been going on right now. But in reality, I don't want fucking either of these things. They're just a hindrance.
No, but we do have to pick one, and I think it's safe to say that the bucket's going to win this one, unless G's.
Yeah, do you know what?
Unless you've changed your mind,
I know
Jesus. And I wouldn't blame you after that persuasive argument from Sophie. I wouldn't blame you at all.
I was going to say, what if I change my hammer to an axe?
Oh, well, then I'll choose an axe because it's useful.
Because I think that's what I was meant to say, but I'm not myself at the moment.
Hammer. You were quite adamant at the time.
I know.
Yeah, because I can hit nails with it. I can hit people with it.
I'm a bit dehydrated. See, I'd be awful on an island.
I'd suggest 3 big bottles of water for you, Sophie. That's what you should take. Fucking hell.
This is where you find out she's been stuck there for like 2 years, and it turns out that on the other side of the island was actual civilization.
30-minute walk from Sandown or something.
I don't know what's going on. I keep finding all these golf balls everywhere. I didn't think they'd wash up. It's a fucking golf course. Oh my god. Well, you can't change it to a fucking axe now. You've said a hammer.
Yeah. And as for all intents and purposes, you've lost, I'm afraid. Jeeps, you're the winner of this versus this today and this week.
Yes.
I'd love to say you get a trophy or something, but you don't.
First of all, I'd like to thank my mum and my dad.
You don't get an acceptance speech. You suggested a bucket.
Leave my bucket alone.
Yeah, plastic bucket, not even a useful metal one.
Well, it won't rust over time.
Yeah, good luck boiling your water, mate. Yeah, enjoy.
The handle would break on it first, though, within the first day.
That is literally what happens to every single bucket, isn't it? At some point in its life, the handle breaks, and you're like, "Oh, I can still kind of use it," and it just gets lower and lower while it stretches out.
But then you're literally just carrying it by your fingertips.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to B&Q though? They sell these orange buckets in B&Q, and they cost like nothing. It's almost like they're giving them away. I've got loads of the fucking things.
B&Q for me, didn't you?
It's
What's that got to do with anything?
It's where my retro crime happened.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
fucking! I forgot about that. Right. So anyway. So Sophie had like a proper crime happen to her, in a manner of speaking, straight out of the fucking 80s. Do you want to tell them what happened?
Oh, really? Why don't we leave it until we actually do this topic?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Leave them wanting more. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Fair enough. Well, in an episode, we will find out what vintage crime actually happened to Sophie.
Does that mean Sophie was paying attention during this production meeting?
Yeah, I actually think she was for that one little bit, because she didn't on any of the other bits.
Wow.
That's my brain cell gone now, guys.
Yeah. No wonder you've had the shits all day.
Her body can't keep up. Oh dear.
It literally can't today.
Okay. Well, this versus this. Musha, you've got a bit blurry, mate.
I have a bit, haven't I? Hang on. I might need to just do that.
Look, wonderful. You're back in.
And I'm back in the room. Yeah.
And you're back in. Right, I want to open up to Desert Island. Oh, like the feature from that Radio 19 show, Desert Island Discs. You could take 3 albums. That's your last 3 bits of music until you are saved by civilization. What 3 albums would you take with you?
Can we just say a band rather than a specific album of them?
No, because that's too easy. You just pick 3 albums. I'm quite happy to lead off on this because I appreciate everybody wants to have a little think about it.
An album in years, can't remember names of albums anymore.
Okay, well,
I'd have one of the Black Eyed Peas ones.
Okay, you can have a Black Eyed Peas album.
I remember it's a black background with like a green man's face on the front.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just watching the will to live drain from Sam's face. It's like it's such a simple question.
It really is.
Why is my life like this?
Why did I invite her?
The End, that album is called.
Yes, that's it. I could remember the beginning.
But not the end.
The album that came out after the end.
Okay, you got Black Eyed Peas, The End.
Yeah, that's me done.
You just want that one album.
Give me more time. I wasn't aware this was a thinker. So
it really shouldn't. Mushu, do you think you could list 3 albums? Do you have that in you?
Ride the Lightning by Metallica.
Good choice.
Just because it's one of my all-time favourite albums. The Greatest Showman OST, obviously.
I love that.
And I had a third one. Oh, Rhythm and Stealth by Left Field.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by that one.
Well, my thinking...
So you can rave it up on the fields.
My thinking is, it's the only chance I'm ever realistically going to get to regularly run down the beach into the surf. And I'll just have that, do you remember the song that they did on the Guinness advert with the surf? The boom, 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 boom,
the boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just play.
I didn't know that was Left Field.
Yeah.
Until this second, I didn't realise that was Left Field.
Oh well, there you go, mate.
I think I've only listened to. Is it Leftism? Is that the album of theirs?
Yep. No, it's on
Yeah, I mean,
it's on Rhythm and
album.
Stealth, but it's a great album anyway. But yeah, I just do that every morning.
Quickly gonna just download that.
Yeah, why
not? Very good. Yeah,
and obviously The Greatest Showman, because it's got a song for every mood. Like feeling a bit glum, I might put on From Now On or something, but starts off glum, ends up gloriously happy. It's the best song ever, isn't it? It's impossible not to just want to sing and dance. I'd have the best island in the world.
I have to say though, I did struggle watching Logan the other day because that's the first.
Oh yeah,
because that's the first film I've seen in a while with Hugh Jackman in since seeing The Greatest Showman.
Oh,
sing, you beautiful man.
I think I might stick that one in mine as well because it's all feel good vibes, isn't it? And I do like a little sing along. But Jeeves is still Googling his album names, which is fine, so I'm going to leave him to it. I am going to go for Fleetwood Mac Rumours, because it's just a brilliant fucking album. I mean, it's just really, really good. I'm going to go for Queen's Greatest Hits, the one that starts with Bo Rap.
Yep.
Because, yeah, it's good. And then my third one was going to be a Beatles Best Of, but I think I'm going to ditch that for the for maybe the Greatest Showman soundtrack because I take the piss, but I listen to it all the fucking time.
It's so good.
Yeah,
I've
never
just
enough.
So I wouldn't mind going along with Andy's, being on a beach and wanting to listen to certain songs and that. Like Moana. I love singing Moana's songs, as Andy and Jeeves are very aware. So I wouldn't mind a Disney track.
The problem with that, aside from
have a punk version of that now. What's the one when she stands on the water and she's like shouting out of the seas and she keeps like when she's trying to ride a boat up the surf.
Well, the first one.
Well, it's the one she's singing, not the.
She sings.
That was Maui just messing around.
Well, where she climbs up the cliff and then comes back down with the pig.
Oh, I don't fucking know. Whatever her main song is. I got told by a guy who's in a band at work about this punk band who do like punk covers of it, and that was one of them, and it was very good.
Were they called Me First and the Gimme Gimmes?
No, but I love Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. However, I wouldn't choose them for a desert island because I get sick of them really quickly.
Yeah.
They are called, let me just quickly look, Punk Rock Factory. The Whole New Worst, and it's called, is it How Far I'll Go? Is that the name of the song?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Any more than that and we'll get a YouTube strike, so I won't put any more on.
I was just going to be like, oh, copyright.
Yeah. We don't need any more of those, thank you very much. Yeah, fucking brilliant little album though. Thoroughly recommend it if you like skate punk and Disney at the same time. But yeah, I'm quite happy with those choices. What about you, Jeeves?
So I'll have two from Sum 41.
Two Sum 41 albums?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. It's your choices.
No Killer.
Yeah.
Infected.
Okay.
And then I would have
Only that film.
Fall Out Boy from Under the Cork Tree.
I'm so glad I'm not stuck on your island. I like all of those albums, but I wouldn't want them to be the only albums I've ever got. There's like no variety at all.
I've been a fan of Fall Out Boy since I was like, for the last 15, 16 years.
So
I even
since
had
the day you were born.
Before they even became mainstream.
You're so edgy.
You laughing
You're
at your
so
phone?
edgy.
You're just going to be sat there 2 weeks into the 2-year stint on your desert island, sat on your upturned melted plastic bucket, thinking like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm fucking sick of Sum 41.
From them?
See, my whole problem with all of this is I've got a tendency to listen to music, really like the songs, kind of over listen to the songs, but in the process of listening to them so much, I'll pick up on something in that song that annoys me.
Ooh.
And then that'll slowly overwhelm me until I can't listen to that song for a while again. And I do that with a lot of songs. And that's my problem with taking records. If I could have a choice, I'd rather take books.
Well, that does lead me on to my next question. But of what 3 books would you take? But it kind of is the reason why I chose the albums that I chose, apart from The Greatest Showman, because that wasn't an option before that. I think I was going to go either an ELO album or a Michael Jackson album, just because of ones that have got a lot of playability over the years for me. I've never got sick of listening to them because I just like them. And I didn't want anything too angry. I thought about like the Metallica Black Album, but I was like, and then I thought about Rage Against the Machine, self-titled, and then I was like, that just makes me angry, so I couldn't have had that. I just wanted stuff that I knew I could listen to lots.
Yeah.
And then it turns out I just wanted to have a sing-along.
Yeah, who knew?
She's got 2 left, hasn't she? She's chosen Black Eyed Peas.
And a Disney album.
And Moana.
What, just like Disney compilation?
Yeah, you can get them, can't you?
Yeah.
Because I love Make a Man Out of You from Mulan as well.
That's on that album. Hang on. Do you want a quick 2 little seconds of that one as well? I've never seen Moana. Not Moana.
Mulan.
What was it called?
Mulan.
I've never seen that, but literally my favourite song off of this whole album was Make a Man Out of You, and it's that kind.
Very good.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I assume it's about a girl warrior.
I've only seen the live action one. And I only watched it.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah, it's quite good actually.
See, I don't know if I want to bother watching it because number one, they haven't got Mushu in it, and they haven't got the Lucky Cricket in it either.
They
And
don't have any singing in it.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem.
I'll just get a drink.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a wave. Hi, everybody. I don't know what any of that means. Literally.
You need to watch Mulan, basically.
Effectively.
Okay, well, maybe.
I don't think the second one's as good. Definitely watch the first one.
Oh, okay.
Didn't even know there was a second one.
Yeah, well, till very recently, I didn't know there was the first one. But such is life. So you got a Disney compilation, Black Eyed Peas, and what's your last one? Oh, come on. You've had loads of time to think.
So I like a bit of 21 Pilots.
Yeah, that's an all right.
Like an album of whale sounds.
No, I can do with that.
Yeah, I could just calling them in. They'll all beach themselves. Oh, you'd feel so bad, wouldn't you?
Just be there trying to push them back in on my own. I'd hit them with my hammer. Go, go, go.
Fuck off, whales.
Yeah.
Piss off.
That was a cool first album, the 21 Pilots, though. The one with Blurry Face.
Yeah.
Is that the album you're talking about?
I don't know.
Oh my God. It's your choice.
I listen to songs. I decide if I like them or not. I don't always look where they come from.
See, that's my problem. There's not a lot of bands that I like a lot of their songs, but some
mix and match.
I know I do.
I think you need to move your mic closer, Jeeves. Nice.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, way better actually.
Can you move it up a little bit? Hide a bit more of your face.
Ignore her.
It just looked like that.
It looks like a
cartoon character with the eyes and the nose.
Have you got black and white put on, or have you just gone for a film noir look? Because it does look good, whatever you've done. But I can't see any colour. Oh no, there's some colour.
You're colourblind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I can't see colour.
He's
I just can't see all the
this whole
colours.
time.
Fuck you all. You're not allowed to take the piss out of disabilities, you bastards.
You know, I've got a disabled friend, so I'm pretty sure by that logic I am.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah, crack on. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise. I didn't know
People
your family
say I'm
history.
disabled all the time, so that means I can.
The Polish and disabled
You're
are
my
very
disabled
different
friend.
Of course, I should have seen that one coming. I'm impressed I made it to the friend though.
Well, there you go.
I thought it was just acquaintance, so that you can just fucking. Nah, I don't know, my mate.
We'll see. Yeah, I used to talk to a black guy, but I haven't spoken to him for ages, so I can't make those sort of jokes anymore. So I haven't got that legal
Can't
defense.
do that.
Yeah, because I don't know technically if he is my friend anymore. So if I do say I've got a black friend, I don't know if that covers me or not. See?
Well, I mean, when you next see him, I don't recommend dropping the N-bomb after. Did you see the video with the guy with the iced tea? Oh, Oh, it was so good.
Yeah,
it was so good.
That was nasty, wasn't it? That sound though.
I kept
it was amazing.
it. That little section with the sound.
Oh, it was brilliant. Do you see the further bit where he gets? Have we got a clip of that? Do you think we can play a clip of that?
We probably could. It would take a little bit of fettling. Okay, so through the magic of technology, we've got that clip. So for anyone that hasn't seen it, just a little disclaimer: there is the N-word in this video, possibly, potentially. I've tried to cut most of them out, but it's not my video, so it's not.
Also, we should just say, don't be using that word. It's not cool. It's not 1920 anymore. And if you do, you deserve what happens to this stupid ass junky white cunt.
Yeah.
Use the word cunt all you want, though. I mean, it's fine.
So here we go.
Oh.
You got yours, buddy.
Look, he just gets dominated, doesn't he?
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I mean, the comedy ding-dong of the door afterwards as well. It's just like, bang! Ding-dong!
Yeah, it was very, very quiet, but still.
Was the sound off on it?
There was a bit of sound, but it was super quiet.
Oh, right.
But, I mean, it's hard to show because he's just dropping the M-word every 5 seconds, isn't he?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that smack. Oh, I hope that guy who hits him with the can of tea gets a fucking sponsorship deal from Twisted Tea. I mean, I didn't even know it was a thing, but I reckon their sales have shot through the roof since then.
Yeah, they must have done. I mean, it's great advertising, isn't it? Great advertising.
Yeah, definitely. Every BLM protest that ever happens from here on, if it's not endorsed by Twisted Tea, I don't know fucking what will. They should be donating like it's going out of fashion. It's so great.
So
I fucking love.
While we're talking about like videos and stuff like that, do you fancy doing another feature?
Yeah, let's do it.
While we're here,
What, Pacifist Pick?
The Pacifist Pick, yeah. Go on, Sam. I'll let you explain the idea behind this.
So what we're doing is picking a video that we've seen and that we particularly enjoy, that preferably isn't filled with the N-word. Although I really do enjoy that video. I'm going to watch that again later. And yeah, we are going to share them with you. So welcome to the Pacifist's Pick. Mushu, over to you.
It should be said that we've got 3 videos lined up because Sophie couldn't be asked.
She's a lazy
I was preoccupied, is the word.
It's not hard, though. It's really not hard to get on YouTube and find something you want. Why couldn't you find, like, cats being dicks?
I can do that now quick if you really want.
No, it's too late.
Yeah.
We've already talked about how much of a letdown you are.
It should 3 rounds on the toilet. You've had plenty of time to do video search.
My phone was on charge, to be fair.
Very true. Very true. Now, it should be noted that we've we've not necessarily seen these videos. I've not seen them. I've just literally loaded them up. So we'll fire off.
Who's you doing first?
We'll fire off with mine.
Okay.
Mine's a classic. I think. Well, I know Jesus has seen it. It might not work if the sound doesn't work. That's the problem.
Well, the sound did work on the last one. It was just very quiet. But okay. I can fiddle about with that
Shouldn't
later.
Be.
Hey, I know this man.
I love this video. Can you hear okay?
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear nothing.
I know what's happening anyway.
But I could do it for you if you want. Oh God! Oh God! Fenton!
Jesus Christ! Fenton!
Oh, I love it. I love it. So dogs are so dick.
Fenton!
There he is.
Fenton!
Fenton!
Okay. So yeah, one of my all-time favourites, that one, Fenton. I hope you can sort the sound out for that, because part of the comedy of it is just the old boy running after him going, Fenton! Fenton! Oh, Jesus Christ! Fenton!
It's all the cars in the background. I mean, like, I could think they're zooming along a country highway, like a 10 or 20 deer just come bolted out. This fucking dog's just there, happy as Larry, bolted after him. That is one.
I think that's just the worst situation as well, because there's fuck all control. There's nothing you can do but run and shout.
Yeah, the dog's doing what it's meant to do, isn't it? That's like its natural instinct. It's like, I'm going to chase these motherfuckers. I don't care. I'm going to fucking get them. I'm going to get those little bastards. Oh, yeah, I love that video. Oh, thank you, Mushu. I haven't seen that in years.
Well, you're very welcome. Okay, so next up we've got Jesus.
Oh, God, I dread to think what this is going to be.
It could literally be anything.
I've read the title of this and I already hate Jesus for it.
What's the title?
Is it a long video, Jeeves? I forgot to ask you.
30 odd seconds.
Oh,
okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, well, is it perfect? We'll find out.
God. Oh, what are we seeing here? Oh. World's biggest splinter. I didn't watch this the other day, but I saw it online. Thank you, Jesus.
I hate
Is it because of the multi-tool that you picked it?
I know, but I've got that.
Oh, God.
So have we. I don't...
Oh, God, this is going to be awful.
My life, dude.
Oh, shit! Holy crap! I cut off my own arm to save. Wow! Whoa!
Jesus. But watching that has made me want to get some of those pimple pop videos.
Oh, I love a good pimple
I love them.
Yeah. Wow, Jesus, that splinter. That wasn't a splinter. That was like a piece
half
of
a tree.
That was the end of a bloody toothpick, wasn't it? Half of a bloody toothpick.
It looked like a toothpick, actually. I don't think I've got my Sasam enough to have, but it looked very much like it. God damn it, son.
Would you rather that or Lego?
Rotten, Jesus. Thanks for that.
I'd rather Lego.
Oh,
my Lord, that's hurt me. But at least it was a foot, not like a ball or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking, like, why would you be using a multi-tool and not some fucking tweezers? And then, like, you see the size of that thing, it's like, oh, right.
How many steps do you think that person took before they had to have that pulled out?
Well, none. I think as soon as it went in,
they must have taken one.
It's not even worth thinking about.
I've walked about half a mile with a 9-inch nail through my foot before I realised.
Oh, whatever, did you?
No, I did. I only realised when I went down to do my shoelaces up.
There's a nail sticking through your foot.
I was playing Manhunt at the time, and I've jumped off this wall, and I've landed.
Oh, the adrenaline!
Right, and
I was playing 50-50.
The adrenaline, I didn't feel anything, and it was only when we was walking home that I realised I bent down to do my shoelaces up, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I kept catching myself in something on top of the shoe, and it had gone through the sole of the shoe, through the bottom of my foot, through the top, and then was sticking out the top of the trainer.
Oh, that's horrible. How old were you? 28.
14.
Yeah, actually, I'm not a big fan of things going into feet or out of feet or anything like that. Yeah, James,
you like to lick feet?
Sorry, what, Andy?
No, sorry, I was just looking at Sophie in disgust.
Why? What did she say?
It doesn't matter.
She likes to lick your hairy hobbit feet.
Not me, Andy.
That was horrible.
Moving on. Yeah, so
you have a video of that, actually.
Yeah. What? No, yeah. Jeeves, I hate it.
Video somewhere.
Yeah, we're not putting it up. I don't want to see Mushu fillet Jesus. I don't think anybody needs to see that. But down in the comments below, if you do want to see Mushu filleting Jesus's big hairy toes, just comment now. We'll find it for you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about the publicity. Just do that, yeah.
Next
week's Pacifist Pick.
Right, so moving swiftly on, sound choice.
Nature. I went for nature, people.
You've gone for a nature theme. I'm genuinely interested in this. I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, I've watched this loads of times. It's brilliant.
It's going to be a trailer for.
Now, you may have seen a still photograph over the last few days of a pelican eating a pigeon in a London park. Well, we now have moving pictures of this bizarre incident, so look away now if you're a bird lover. Children were happily feeding the ravenous pelican, and then all of a sudden it got bored and went for this pigeon, devouring the flapping bird in one go. The pigeon tried desperately to get away without success.
Oh.
That's terrible. Still to come on this programme.
How good is that? I love nature.
I mean, it goes from being pleasant to astounding to horrific to sort of humorous at the end with that newsreader.
The woman's face at the end is just like, what the fuck?
She blatantly just wanted to. Holy fuck! Did you see that? Fucking in it up!
You know,
I couldn't believe it.
I've just got this image in my head now of like somebody walking their chihuahua, a seagull coming down, eating the chihuahua, and now a fucking pelican coming along and eating the seagull.
Nature.
The food
Circle
chain.
of life.
Circle of life, yeah.
You're literally viewing the food chain in action. It's an incredible thing.
It's just did you guys, any of you realise that pelicans just eat other birds? Just whole. It's like, hang on. It's like a human.
No,
it's like a bird Pac-Man.
My only knowledge of pelicans has pretty much come from Finding Nemo.
Oh, well, every day's a learning day. Now you know they can eat a whole pigeon.
I thought they were nice.
I mean, I personally wouldn't go for anything feathered because it would be tickly on the way down, I'd imagine.
Oh, wouldn't it just?
But if you're a pelican, you know, you're strutting around, you're looking at all the other birds and you're like, they've all got tiny beaks. They probably can't fit anything in there. I could fit anything I wanted in my mouth. Look. Wait.
Hold my beer.
Suddenly this pigeon's like, fuck, what the fuck? Like, told you.
Yeah. I have seen others. I watched quite a lot of videos to find that truncated little clip version of it. And there's ones where pelicans have tried to eat pigeons or seagulls, and they've nearly got out, but the pelican pretty much always wins. You see him just like there, like one leg stuck in the mouth and they're trying to fly away. The pelican's like, nah, mate, you're mine. Gobble them back in. They are monsters.
No, I didn't realise that they ate other birds.
I didn't either until I started looking it up. It was really just to trigger you a little bit, if I'm honest, Sophie, but it turns out I really enjoyed it.
This is what I had a feeling all of this would be about when it was mentioned. It's just going to be videos that are going to trigger and upset me.
No.
Well, that's what I was hoping for.
Make me puke.
I do have a video currently uploaded that I could send to Andy right now, which is a funny animal video. It's an animated funny animal video. But it is about 1 minute 40 long.
No,
nah,
too long.
Save it for next week.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll get the one section out of it that I think is the funniest, and then I'll send that to you.
Well, all you need to do, Sophie, is take this as a learning curve, and then next week you'll be all prepared, won't you, with a video of your own?
Yeah, something to try.
Yeah, as I'm there bawling my eyes out because you've all just picked animal ones that are just going to kill me.
Mine was pleasant. Mine was fun. No deers got hurt in the making of my one.
Well, I mean, the video did cut short.
Yeah, no, it didn't show the aftermath photos.
Yeah, 27 deer died on the... that's great, that was.
The remaining ones were finished off by Fenton.
Just tearing throats out left, right and centre. Oh, absolutely outstanding. No, I think what I might do is I might find those videos. If you send me those links over, Mushu, I might find them so I can get the sound on. Because the Fenton one needs the sound on there because it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll slot it in over the top because you are right, it is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh
awesome.
Man.
Awesome.
I've totally lost my train of thought now. I'm just thinking about pelicans eating shit, dogs chasing deers.
Well, let's get back to the desert island theme, shall we? Shall we? Did we?
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
There's 3 books next, wasn't it?
Nah, fuck the books.
Let's go celebrities.
Yeah. What? So take 3 celebrities, or are you classing yourself as a celebrity?
We'll do top 3. Yeah. 3 celebrities you get. Your plane is going down. You get to choose 3 celebrities who share your life raft. Fuck the rest of them. Who are you going to pick?
Who are you asking?
Well, whoever's got a pick. I mean, judging by Jesus, he'll catch up with the question at some point in 2023. Sophie, you look like you comprehended
what was that
it,
noise?
That was Jeeves hitting his mic. You look like you comprehended the question, but they just don't have an answer. So really, you, I guess.
I have one of three.
Go on, let's start off with one then.
Obviously, Bear Grylls.
You're gonna say Bear Grylls.
That's going to be an obvious for a lot of people, I would imagine.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
But then I'd try and think of somebody that's actually useful survival-wise, rather than having somebody cool. Maybe have a famous builder or someone, I don't know.
So you can use your hammer? You have Andy off of Homes under the hammer.
I was going to say,
this is the whole reason why I've bought a toolkit ready for my builder.
No. You haven't bought a toolkit. You've bought a fucking hammer.
A knife.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's quite a shallow pool as well,
which
isn't
I could use as like a chisel with my hammer.
You're going to break
Bear Grylls. Who else? Yeah, Moosey's like, well, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
To go with the hammer.
Yeah, he'd just be wielding it. He'd throw it up in the air and it'd just sink into the ocean and be like, what, does it come back? Nothing. Absolutely ridiculous. Go on then.
Yeah, that's my first one. Give me a minute to think of two more decent ones.
You did this with the last question. Can you not just answer three at once?
No, I don't know three people.
Okay, I'd go.
This is going to be problematic, isn't it? Yeah.
Along the same lines as Bear Grylls, but I'd go Ant Middleton.
Okay.
Just purely
it's a bit
because
SAS though.
I was about to say, is that the SAS man?
Yeah.
SBS, but yeah, he's from that program. Yeah.
They're all letters.
Boat and air are very different though.
Yeah. Yeah. If your aeroplane's underwater, you've got issues. Well, same as
the thing is, though, if you look out to sea, the sky and the sea touch, so you know there's a very thin line there.
Are you about to break out into a Moana song?
No.
Okay.
I can see what's
I'm not going to torment
here.
all the listeners with that.
Thank you.
I fucking will.
Yeah, so I'd go with him because he's really motivational, and I reckon he'd be able to keep you going for ages, and he's good in a survival situation and stuff like that.
He would do my head in.
Yeah, he probably would, but I reckon he'd keep me alive. Then possibly the mountain. What's his name? Bjorn Hafler. Mate, you're going to need to do some serious lugging shit around, man. And
do you know how many calories he consumes? Do you know how much food that guy eats?
Well, I'm not going to feed him.
Calories a day.
He's got to eat something, isn't he?
It's not my responsibility to keep them fed and watered. You never said that. I just get to bring them to the desert island. Oh yeah, I just get to bring them to the desert island though.
I'm assuming that we have to pick a celebrity that's currently alive. Yeah, we can't.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if you want Jimmy Savile, I'll let you have him.
For free or one of the three?
One of the three.
No.
Okay, so you've got Ant Middleton, basically all your celebrity crushes. Can I guess another third one? Is it Hugh Jackman or is it Kevin Costner? It's got to be Kevin Costner, hasn't it? So he can sing you his beautiful cowboy songs.
You know what? I've got an issue though, haven't I? Because I was thinking you'd want a bit of female company, but you don't want female company if my competition is literally the mountain and an SBS guy. I'll be like, this is shit. I've just got to sit on the beach and watch them all knobbing. Rubbish. Yeah,
they'd be like, Moshe, go get us a towel, will ya?
In fact, just come here. Oh, no. Yeah, so I don't know. I might have to rethink my life. No, I'll just Kevin Costner instead. Yeah, because he won't get jealous.
Instead of
I won't get jealous.
A woman.
Yeah, and I'll just have to use a coconut or something.
What are you going to use a coconut for?
Instead of a lady.
Yeah.
Have you ever been with a lady?
Why don't you use Jesus's bucket?
No, it's my bucket. Fuck off.
Nah, we all got one now because we voted on it.
Oh,
we've all got a shitty plastic bucket from B&Q for 98p or whatever it is.
I was going to say, Sophie, from experience, he gets really angry when I do that sort of shit to his bucket.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, so there you go. So, Sam, I mean, it's safe to say that you've got 3 lined up that you could just rattle off now.
I would go for Matt Graham. He's a survivalist, long distance running. He's just a legend. If you don't know who he is, look him up. His bushcraft skills are out of this world, so that's survival taken care of. I'd probably go for. I would like some female company because I find ladies just more enjoyable to be around.
Well, even than Kevin.
Also,
I was going to say, have we not had a very long conversation before? I'm sure I can change that opinion.
Are you a lady?
Oh, there it goes. The pennies dropped.
I mean, I am a big fan of Anna Kendra. Plus, she's got a beautiful singing voice, which would entertain me massively.
Would you be talking about Anna Kendra?
Who else?
Because if that's the case,
did I say Kendra?
Yeah, I'd definitely learn on getting her name right before you meet her.
I was going to call her Anna. I don't need a surname. There's only fucking 4 of us on the island. We'll be like, oi, Kendrick, sing us a song, will ya? Yeah, plus she's how rude. How rude. And the last one, I don't know. I think I'd want somebody funny, but not I don't know. Maybe. I'll pick Joe Rogan because the motherfucker's a hunter. He's he's stacked. He's super fucking strong. It's good for motivation. Plus, he holds a pretty decent conversation. What with his 5-hour podcasts he does.
That's like the human equivalent of Jesus' spade. It's like a multi-tool, a multi-person.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting a look in with Anna Kendra with those guys around, but, I'm pretty tall. I could pick the coconuts off.
Is that going to be your sales pitch to Anna?
Yeah.
When you see it, it's like, well, I can reach the coconuts.
Yeah.
If he stands on his upturned bucket.
She'll be like,
yeah.
She'll be like, well, I'll tell you what then. Why don't you pick yourself a coconut and do what that guy's doing? You'll just see me over in the woods with mine. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
What? Getting done by the mountain.
Wilson!
Yeah, I quite like the idea of. I don't know, but would I want to be stuck with Joe Rogan? It's a bit motivationally. I think I'd want someone lazier and a bit fatter. So I want someone that I could kick back and relax with. Come back to me on my third one. This is a difficult choice. Maybe another lady. Even the odds are a little bit.
One for Joe as well. So neither of you are left out.
It's Matt Graham, not Joe.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a minor celebrity as well. I mean, in the terms of celebrities, he's quite a niche market. I don't know. It's quite a difficult one that because I don't really know that many celebrities.
What about you, Jeeves?
It's not.
Bear Grylls, the first one. I'll actually go for Jason Momoa.
Good choice. He's funny. He's really funny.
Have you seen what he does in his fucking spare time? Literally.
Well, I mean, not with binoculars.
Right. In his shed, he's literally got a bar and then a throwing axe range.
Oh, I have seen that. His daughters throw him as well, don't they?
But yeah, I think he's quite down to earth. I think he'll be quite a good company to have.
Yeah.
The last one, I really don't know.
It's hard, isn't it? 3 people, 3 celebrities. It'd be easier to choose people. I'd rather choose Mushi. Can I pick you?
Yeah.
I was going to say he's only going to eat you, Sam.
Yeah.
Well, all you've got to do is outlive me, and that's not going to be too hard, I don't reckon.
No, I'll make it.
If we're able to invite each other, do we get their 3 items as well?
I don't want your 3 items. That's the reason I'm not inviting you.
Nobody wants your fucking bucket, Jesus. Just...
Right. For comedy reasons, I'll pick Sophie just to watch her go around and trying to hit shit with a hammer.
I mean, to be fair, yeah.
that would be quite funny.
It's because he knows that I'll be there, like, cutting down trees and shit with my hammer.
Not
and
with
knife.
a fucking hammer, you won't. You ain't cutting down a fucking tree.
He knows
with a
that
hammer.
I'll do all the hard work, and he can just fucking watch and tell me what to do.
Fair enough.
Day 14.
And I
Jesus
reckon
has built
my other
himself a
two
raft
people...
and managed to catch some fish. Sophie's still hammering a tree.
It's got a considerable bruise on it now.
Yeah. She's almost caused a dent.
Oh my God. I still hate that choice so much. It's just dreadful. I still can't think of a third person. I think I want a comedian. I think I want somebody who's funny.
See, that's what I've gone down. Catherine Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Lady comedians.
Yeah.
She's not too bad, though, as far as female comedians go. She's
Have you watched her
humorous.
stand-ups?
We're both quite sarcastic.
Yeah.
But Dwayne Johnson as well.
Oh, The Rock is a legend.
And then we can sing Moana together.
Yeah, that's predictable. That's predictably, yeah, I'd expect that. So, just you, then, Sam. Just you.
Tell me earlier.
Sorry, Mushi, what did you say?
I said just you with your third.
I'll have Big J Okerson. I think he's absolutely fucking hilarious. Plus, he's fat, so like me, he's a stand-up comedian from New York. He does the most incredible impressions. They're so funny. I mean, super racist. I mean, yeah, just look, you know.
Well, I hope you've got a black friend, mate. Well, I hope he's got a black
friend.
Well,
I'm not doing these impressions.
Jokes.
Oh, he's got loads.
Oh, well, that's
no, he was really big in the black comedian circuit way back in the day. I just think he's fucking hilarious. He really, really makes me laugh when I listen to his stuff. He's but he doesn't get onto anything because his comedy's all really, really dirty. It's like super dirty. But yeah, I think he's really funny. I think he'd keep me entertained. Plus, he's fatter than I am, which makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, I mean,
no, you want to be the first one eaten.
Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. So yeah, Anna Kendra, Matt Graham, and I'll have Big J Okerson. Oh God, he's so funny. He's got a stand-up special on the Degenerates on Netflix. If you want to check out his work. I mean, no, I assume none of you have watched that.
No.
I quite like American comedians. I never used to, but when I about 5 years ago, I started listening to podcasts, and it seems that almost every single comedian in the world has a podcast now. So I went through a lot of them, and the only ones that I keep coming back to are the ones that he's involved in. It was Rogan as well, but now he's gone to Spotify. I can't be bothered to listen to him.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so I'll listen to him and then eat him if he's shit. Right, Mushi. Can I introduce the next feature, the third and final feature of the evening?
Please do.
Mad Mushi, or Mushi's Mad Moments. What's it called?
Mushi's Moaning Moment?
Mushi's Moaning Moments.
That's right, yeah. So apparently I'm such a miserable bastard that I get my own little feature of moaning, which normal people... You're right there, Sam.
Yeah, I forget. I'm attached to a wire and I've had a whiskey. A very generous sized whiskey as well.
Mine an earthquake.
Yeah, so normal people would take offence to this sort of criticism and that sort of thing, but I kind of like it. I like the ability to moan. Since we're doing desert islands and stuff, I'll talk about the beach. Because
what sort? The beach, the movie?
No, just the beach in general. You know, like it's a British thing. It's a British institution, isn't it? The beach. You know, the sun's out. What we're going to do? We'll go to the beach. I'm going to focus again. There we are. Yeah. So everyone thinks of the beach. It's a nice day out, and it's always. Well, I feel I need to educate everyone. Really, it's not a nice day out. It's a ball ache. Everything about it's fucking shit, right? It only gets worse as well. It's bad enough if you're going on your own because it's not like you're going down the pub. You know,
who goes to the beach on their own?
I've been to the beach on my own. I thought it might be nice, but it wasn't. It was still shit. So, yeah, even if you go in there, you can't just go there in your clothes. You've got to go in appropriate clothes because of the sand, which I'll come to in a bit, and the heat normally. So you got to wear swimming trunks. Do you wear those shorts which blatantly say like, I know I'm old and a bit tubby now, and so I'm wearing shorts because that's more comfortable for my body type? Do you just go all out with Speedos, you know, a bit more confident, but nobody needs to see that? Choices.
No.
Choices.
So you're so adamant that the screen was shaking then, Sam.
No. I mean, sorry to butt into your moment, but no one should be wearing Speedos on a beach ever, unless you're like a little boy. I don't think anybody should be wearing Speedos. Speedos are specifically for Olympic athletes.
I couldn't agree more, and yet people do, right? Which is another thing about the beach that I hate, the people there. So you get down the beach, right, and you're there for a nice... What's the point of going there anyway, right? But... you go there, I'm assuming you're going to bask in radiation and slowly radiate yourself. That's the normal purpose for people to go to the beach. Just literally lie under a star that's fucking miles away, because that's a decent waste of time. If you get down there, beaches are always fucking rammed of dickheads. You know, it's not like the olden days when you were kids, when everyone just wanted to play together. Now you've got like, there's always someone with a mini speaker. Like, fuck them. Often it's us, granted. But fuck them, you know, nobody wants to hear your music. People that drink and smoke on the beach, I hate that. I used to drink and smoke, but I don't like it. I don't mind it, but it's when they leave all their shit everywhere. And beaches nowadays have just got so much shit. And the thing about the beach is the sand covers everything, but just enough so you'll still tread on it, but you can't see it. It's like a fucking minefield of like torn up Foster's cans, fag packets, fucking syringes, whatever. You know, I don't know. I don't go there that often, but I'm sure all that goes on. I saw a dirty nappy on a beach once. Someone had changed their kid's shitty nappy and left it in the fucking sand. Oh, look at this beach. It's lovely. I'm spoilt sand. Poof, there's a fucking wrapped up shit. We'll just leave that there. Disgusting. Right. So you get down there.
Tell you what you don't often see, though.
Go on.
You don't often see used condoms. I mean, if you go to anywhere like wood related or fieldy related, or, you know, like the scenic viewpoints that are off of like long roads with hills on them, you pull over there, there's always Johnnies everywhere. I don't think I've ever come across a used Johnny on a beach.
There's probably a good reason for that. And it's probably the sand, which is my next point that I was going to come on to. Fucking sand everywhere. What is the appeal of sand? It's tiny little particles of glass or whatever it is. Bye, Sophie.
Oh, we've lost Sophie.
She's that aggravated by it. So
and
it gets everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you go down there, you take your picnic down or whatever, your thermos, your fucking sausage rolls and all that. You can buy it brand new from a shop, unwrap it with forensic preciseness, like pull it out, take a bite of it. You got a mouthful of sand. It literally gets everywhere. That grit, it's fucking horrible stuff. It's hot underfoot, and you don't know what you're walking on top of. The things that live under the sand. Have you ever seen those videos with these people that go along the beach pulling these creatures out, and they all look fucking
like razor clams.
Horrible things.
I happen to disagree with you, Mushu. I know this is your moment to moan, but I think the beach is quite nice. I think you hate it because you've got so many wonderful beaches near you, and that is the main form of entertainment that you've got on the Isle of Wight. Okay. I mean, there's nothing else, is there?
No.
You got a hill and then a beach.
But you're entitled to your opinion, but just allow me to finish my rant with one last thing, my arch nemesis.
Okay.
The beach wasp. Right? And we all know it. And you fucking see it coming from a mile away, miles down the beach. You can see the people sort of just giving off the little signals like that. Always comes for me. And I'll watch it coming. I'll see them. Like, oh, fucking. And it slowly moves up the beach, and then it'll just get to me, and it will not fuck off. It will stay there until I pack up and leave. It is the most persistent little cunt. And I don't know why it always finds me, and it always just hangs around me. And I've looked up and down the beach, and no one else has got an issue because they know I've got the fucking beach wasp. Hate it. But Anyway,
like a Venus flytrap for wasps. It's like, wicked! Mushi's on the beach. We don't have to worry about wasps tonight. They're going for him.
You should see him like fucking food. He dribbles down himself. Yeah, so
they can smell you coming a mile away. They're like, oh.
So there you have it. That is
outstanding.
my reflections on the beach.
Reflections on the beach.
You love it. I don't know where Sophie went.
Oh,
I'm assuming.
No, she fucked off, didn't she?
Oh, she's here again. She's obviously had an issue. And obviously got many issues. Or she just didn't want to hear me harping on. That's probably what she was on.
I mean, Jesus fucked off as well. He fucked off for all of it. I was here for the whole thing.
I have no idea what happened.
I mean, oh well. Have you been?
This is.
Might have gone for round 4.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's no problem. Mushi was just moaning about sand getting in his crack. That was about it. That is the worst thing about the beach, though, is the sand in your bum crack.
Yeah, why people want to have sex?
I can't say I ever have my arse out to get sand in my crack.
Neither do I. It still gets in there, though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It gets everywhere. It gets absolutely everywhere. But that's probably why they don't have condoms there, because it's like, I mean, famously, the most abrasive substance you can buy from like B&Q, sandpaper. You know, it's got in the name. It's literally sand. Why you'd want to coat that around your genitals and then, you know,
we know how sex works.
Yeah.
You don't need to break it down for people. Yeah,
I struggled there.
Well,
I'll ask for some
Jesus
tips afterwards.
Yeah, well, if you're using sandpaper, yeah, you probably ain't doing it right, mate.
No, probably not. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem I've got with this whole desert island thing. You know, everyone says it's the best idea is make your camp by the beach, and it's like, oh, but the beach is shit. I want to make my camp somewhere else.
I think you want to be a bit further away, don't you? Because of, as you said, wasps and sand fleas and
high tide
flies.
as well.
High tide, very good one, Sophie.
Thank you.
Not in
what do you think would be the worst thing?
Not on the beach.
The tree line.
Yeah, near the tree line. That's where I'd go for.
Yeah, but even then you get the sandflies and all that sort of thing, don't you?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah,
it's going to be bleak and miserable. I mean, we've all seen Castaway. I'd be talking to, well, actually, the 3 celebrities that I've dragged along whilst we listen to my CDs that I bought and my convenient CD player with speakers and battery power.
Your celebrities are going to hate you, Jeeves.
What do you mean you brought 2 Sum 41? Yeah. Well,
so would you say, in your mind, would you go down the hunter or the gatherer route?
Gatherer.
Would you reckon? Is that because you don't want to hurt animals?
That for number 1, and number 2, like in women's genetics, going back to prehistory, we're gatherers, men are hunters. So that's how I'm pioneering.
Have I said my theory? Have I said my theory before about colourblindness and hunter-gatherers? Has that come up?
I haven't heard it.
Okay,
you and me.
Right. Well, I'm going to say it now then. Okay, so I'm colourblind. It's a disability, so please don't mock me too hardly for it. Like everybody does. And my kids know I'm colourblind now, and the little bastards are always trolling for me about it non-stop. Oh, what colour's this, Dad? What colour's this, girl? Shut up, it's a fucking colour. Who gives a shit? That's why I ask you.
What's your favourite colour, Skittle?
Fuck you. Blue. It's always blue. Okay, so women aren't colourblind. You don't get colourblind women. I mean, if you do, they are very rare. It's pretty much always men. And you can Google this, but that is the case. I think...
Neither did I.
Now, if you look historically, I think Jeeves is Googling it now to back me up on this. Thank you. Now, as you just said, Sophie, women have a predisposition historically for being gatherers. Now, with dumb colourblind fucks like myself, if I was to go gathering, there's a very strong possibility that I would pick up a lot of the poison-coloured shit that shouldn't be fucking eaten. Whereas ladies, on the other hand, would be like, oh, no, you chubby cunt. Can't pick that. That'll poison you. Look at the colour. And I'd be like, well, what do I fucking mean? I genuinely think that through evolution, that is I mean, there's a reason why I don't give lectures and things, because my delivery of what seem in my head as good ideas, I think that there is an actual, that's part of the reason why ladies in the historical times have always done the gathering, not specifically to do with strength and all of that. They've probably got like a kid slung on their back or hung on a tree. That's an interesting tribe to look up, by the way. I think that ladies have done gathering in the past, not mainly, but partial of the reason is because blokes get colour blindness, and it stops people getting poisoned. That's my theory behind it. But so you'd be a gatherer, would you, Sophie?
Colour blindness wouldn't really affect you if you're a hunter either, because like you more go by like,
you see the animal.
Oh, look, a bear. Nah, it's not a bear. That's more
it's
of a brown than a black.
We can't eat
that one. It can't be a bear.
That's a bush.
No, it was a bear.
I still fucking see shapes and movement, and I still see colours. I just don't see all the colours.
Colour blindness isn't common in females because there's a low likelihood that a female will inherit both genes required for the condition. However, since there's only one gene is needed for red-green colour blindness in males, it's much more common.
Well, there we go.
I would ask you what colours you can't see, but I suppose you don't know, do you?
Don't shame me, you little fucker. You wouldn't ask a fucking no-man leg to go for a run, would you?
I'll just tell him to jog on.
That's. Oh, dear.
Don't worry about it, Sam. If nothing else, you've got a lovely smile. I know that's what they always say to disabled kids, isn't it? You've got a lovely smile.
Got a wonderful personality.
But
I would go down. I'd be middle of the road, Mushy. I would gather to hunt. So I'd pick up snails and then I'd fill up my fish traps with said snails to catch fish.
Primarily, no, but that's still hunting, isn't it?
See, that's where you could do with Jesus's plastic bucket. To put all your snails in.
Yeah.
I've already got his bucket because your hammer's ridiculous.
Yeah, we've all got the bucket. Nobody's got a hammer.
See, the thing is, I can see a snail and I can squash it with my hammer.
And I can use a rock or my knife.
Yeah, and whereas that shell would have us all stumped, wouldn't it? How the fuck am I going to get this snail out of here? If only I had Sophie's hammer. Bastard! And here's me trying to club it with a bucket. Oh god!
God, a hammer. That is the shittest answer today.
Well
done, Sophie.
I think that answer qualifies you for a hunter, to be honest, Sam, because you're getting snails in order to hunt fish. I'd say the hunter.
Okay.
Would you really class catching snails as being a hunter?
No.
I mean, it's not exactly.
The act on itself, no. I mean,
I'm not hunting snails. Just gather. I'm gathering snails and then hunting fish. I'm not even hunting fish. I'm trapping them.
I've got a spear. There's one.
I'll fucking get you. I'll get you.
A little toothpick.
Got away. Another one.
Damn, I can't see him. He's brown. It's just invisible to me. It's a poo fish. Damn you. Oh.
Okay. I mean, I'd obviously be hunter because, well, I don't know. I was torn because
you like to chase things, don't you?
Well, gatherer seems easier and less work because I could just have a bimble around the forest and pick berries. But then on the flip side of that, my life philosophy that is any meal that doesn't involve meat is a pudding. And I couldn't just live off puddings, so I'd have to.
No one should live off puddings.
Yeah.
I'd be eating everything, man. I'd just be walking along eating seaweed, and,
I think I'd be a hunter. I'd be a hunter in spirit and a gatherer in reality when I got hungry enough, and I just had to pick up whatever's fallen out of trees and stuff.
Day one, you haven't built a shelter, but you built 6 spears and a bow and arrow, and you're just there. You're like, there's nothing on this island. It's just a fucking palm tree. It's just a lovely palm tree.
Day 15,
what about
I finally
you,
caught myself a banana.
I hunted it. I hunted it out the tree.
Hunted a banana, and I only got minor injuries in the process.
Jeeves being as the one person who hates fish. What do you reckon? You gonna be living off of fauna, or are you gonna go hunting?
Go hunting.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll be hungry. We're gonna be really hungry, and Sophie's gonna be skipping along, eating leaves and vines and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had a nice tuba.
We're all lying there with cardiac problems because of the high fat content of our food, and Sophie's still skipping around like all youthful and stuff. She's been living off goji berries and
Snow
fucking
White
yam
singing
juice or
with the
something.
animals.
Yeah, totally. She holds her arms out, and all these pelicans come along, and then it's like, "Hey, I put you a pigeon. Do you want a fucking pigeon? It's in my mouth. Here you go. Reach in and grab it."
There goes Sophie.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh look, she's organic. She's been grass fed for the last 10 years. Oh
See,
my
I keep
god!
speaking to Ian about going vegetarian just to try it. I'm not fond of the idea because I don't have a very big diet anyway, and I love my meat. But I would like to try it, even if it's for just like a week. But I can just never bring myself around to doing it. I can't.
You eat 3 Domino's pizzas in one sitting.
That was once, and I only ate 2.
What? How big were these pizzas? They weren't like mini little personal pizzas, were they?
No, they were the mediums.
Sophie, I mean, are we doing this? Because do we need to bring up the photo you sent me the other day? How many boxes were there, Soph? Just a number. How many?
What, of cookies? Or
how many boxes of cookies did you order? Just a number.
5.
5. That's all we need. That's all.
They're on offer. You can get 5 for a tenner.
All we need, Soph. That's all we need. Just 5 boxes.
And they do chocolate orange ones.
Whoa! Hang on, what? 5 boxes of biscuits from Domino's for £10?
Yep.
Holy shit, that's not a bad deal.
See?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it though because I'm not a fucking idiot. But I mean,
you're on your own though, ain't you? I've got the other half. So between us, 5 boxes.
Yeah, he was allowed 2 slices.
Yeah, I bet he had to fucking fight for every one of those cookies. I bet he only had like 2 before you wore him out, and he's just like, oh, fuck it, you take the rest. I'll just live on these.
How many are in a box?
He got the plain flavour because I'm not that keen on them.
5.
4.
There's 4, is there?
There's 4 cookies in a box.
20 cookies for a tenner is quite expensive, but still. They're pretty good.
But they're like 3.50, £4 for a box on its own.
I mean,
usually.
as a rule, I don't tend to think, oh, Domino's, let's get a nice biscuit.
I mean, the best thing about them is
obviously, I got other stuff as well.
Oh, you fat, gutty bastard. What else did you get?
We had a pizza each. And then we did all...
garlic bread, some chicken wings, a few potato wedges as well.
We ordered 3 boxes of nachos because, oh my God, Domino's nachos are amazing. But
Say nachos again for me.
Nachos.
Say it how you said it a minute ago.
Nachos. Is that not how I said it?
Is that not how you said
nachos?
Nachos. Yes.
One does love a nacho. Scone. Because you eat it real quick. It's scone. Huh?
But anyway, they didn't have nachos, whatever you want to call them. And we ended up with 2 boxes of chicken and a garlic bread.
And 5 boxes of biscuits.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That must have been like a 50 quid order.
I'd like to point out.
No, they're not 35 quid.
Sorry, Jeeves, I missed that. Sophie was being a fat bitch.
I said, what you got to realise is that was just the starter.
Nice. Impressive.
That did last us 2 days, to be fair.
Oh my God, what are you, like a 17-year-old lad? Let's just order Domino's. I used to have a housemate who used to order, like, on his payday, 4 pizzas and just eat them for the week. Just disgusting. It was at one point, I never used to go into his room. It was like a personal rule of mine, never go into anybody else's room. That's their room, their mess, their business. And I've used to react quite aggressively if I ever found them in my room, off the back of that. Anyway, his sister came round with his nephew or niece or both, I don't know, this day and age you can never really tell, and they opened his door and no word of a lie, there were pizza boxes 6 foot high, stacked, just empty pizza boxes in his room. And like this lad was like, why are there so many pizza boxes? To me, as I walked past, I was like, I don't know, his mess, his business, and just walked away. I was just like, that is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, genuinely as tall as me and just pizza boxes. I was like, why not? And he was so close to a recycling bin. I mean, he literally had to go out his door, out the front door, and it was there. It was like a 5-step job, and he could have got rid of them. Madness. Absolute madness.
You can't see it at the moment, but Sophie's actually up to her waist in pizza boxes. She's like wading through them.
Yeah, there was just one stack in his room. And I mean, actually, I reckon you get to a certain point when you've got that many pizza boxes, you're like, well, how high I can get this before the bottom ones crush? I know I would.
It starts becoming a project, isn't it? It's like everyone's had that bin somewhere, either at work or in a like pub or somewhere, like wherever, but there's always been that bin where you start playing that college Jenga and just everyone just starts balancing their rubbish on it, and it just gets higher and higher, and so it's like 3 times the height of the actual bin. It's just like it's a thing of beauty, just made out of shit and rubbish.
Oh, lovely. I remember my first place I lived. Oh God, I just think back, I'm like, what a dirty cunt. We like saved all our beer cans and like beer bottles on the side, like to see how much. We didn't even drink all that often. We were more smoking at the time, but yeah, we were just constantly saving them all up. There was like a whole shelf along the the windowsill in the kitchen is usually the length of the whole kitchen. Yeah. All of that, and then all the way along the top. And I think back to it now, and it's like that was literally garbage. Like actual trash. It's just ridiculous. I mean, like when you're 18, you are a dickhead, aren't you?
I think that's the rule.
I mean, there aren't many 18-year-olds out there who aren't dickheads. Can you think of any? I can't.
Not off the top of my head, mate. No.
No, I love it when Jesus' microphone gets knocked. It sounds like a really pleasant noise. Yeah. Yeah, it's good noise. I like it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh dear. Have you got any more?
Popping, like your whiskey bottle, taking the cork out.
Oh yeah, that sound.
Does that make a nice noise? Does it?
Oh.
Should we see if that works? I could have a little. I've got a little bit of ice left. Hang on.
It's a bit squeaky.
Yeah, beautiful noise. That I love it.
Yeah, I mean, if whiskey's got a cork, it's usually quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I work. Yeah. That's how I normally
I'll have a little bit more of that.
That's why I like
It's like a samurai
because
sword.
You can take it out with your teeth. Amazing.
I love that bourbon. Absolutely delicious. It's not as nice as this, though. Wow. Anywho, have we got any more desert island related bits and bobs to talk about, Mushi?
No, I think I'm just about done, mate. I think I'm a bit spent on the desert island subject. And I'm about to sneeze in a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, you look so angry.
What? I'm looping that now. Me too.
Why? What happened?
That was amazing.
Why do I have a feeling that's going to be the trailer?
What happened? What? I don't understand. What did I do when I sneezed that was so fascinating?
You will see repeatedly and again now. Me too. Oh my God.
That face is going to be put on so many photos.
Great.
Outstanding.
Shut up. Why do I do these things? No,
oh, who knows?
Sophie, Jeeves, do you have anything you would like to weigh in on?
No.
No, I'm not.
Wonderful.
Nothing, mate.
Then let's draw it up to a close, shall we? And say thank you very much. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us again. Thank you for coming back as well. If you've made it this far, well done.
Yeah, I mean,
from us, and you're still here. Yeah. So thanks a lot. Please do continue to like, subscribe, everything like that. If you can, encourage others to do so as well. It would be nice if we could keep on the trend that we had last year of doing quite well. That would be nice. And certainly from me, and I'm sure the rest of everyone, goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Hey, hang on. Jesus, what do we want everyone to do?
Like and subscribe.